Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15 where I've given you my each way Lucky15 horse racing predictions for tomorrow for day 4 of the glorious Goodwood fixture, which has been a great festival this year so far. We've had a lot of outsiders win and we've also had a few more favourites. It was more of the favourites day today, but all in all it wasn't a bad day for us today. If you weren't aware, we were working for BBC Local Radio. I was working for BBC Radio Sussex and Surrey, who were covering Ladies' Day at Glorious Goodwood. I had some great fun. I managed to get on air a few times, giving everyone out there in the local area my predictions on how they would run. And I actually had a winner with Good Omen, which I tipped here on the channel. I pretty much tipped everything that I had done on the channel. So, like I say, I'll just go through quickly on how today's runners ran. Actually, probably half of them we won't even go into because they were non-runners, so that was a good start there. But Good Omen was a nice win for us, 8-1. It was a good ride by Jamie Spencer. It was always prominent in the race, and it went on to run nicely. So that was a good start for us there. Then the next two races we had non-runners, so we couldn't really do much. I managed to select some other horses. I went for Dubka and Nebo on air for BBC Radio Sussex and Surrey, and they came second. And then in the big race today, the Nassau Stakes, we went for Subetsu, who put in a really good bold bid, led for a lot of the way, but got grinded down by Winter, who really was impressive today. The way she used her turn of speed to great effect. A lot of people had maybe doubted her stepping up in trip, but she really put those questions to bed and really rode a very good race today, Winter. Probably the most eye-catching horse of the lot today. Then we went on to the 4:10 with our nap. Poetic Steps really drifted back through the field after being in a prominent position early on, but the horse that won, the horse we backed last week, Bilston Brook, where did that come from? That had an awful run for a lot of the race, but then towards the last furlong it like switched into another gear and absolutely steamed home. And then Magical was our next selection, that became a non-runner, and so was our last selection, Major Jumbo. So we didn't really have too many runners at Glorious Goodwood today, but it was a good fun day. I absolutely had a great load of fun working with the BBC team, and hopefully I can do some more experience with them in the future. So thank you to Alison and Tim for letting me have the opportunity to shadow you today and being your racing expert. I really enjoyed it, and it was one of the best days of my life. But it was absolutely brilliant day at Goodwood. Like I said, if you've been watching us here on the channel, my main aim is to become a horse racing journalist. I'm going back to university in September to study a degree in Masters Sports Broadcasting Journalism, and today I was given the opportunity, like I said, to work alongside some proper professional media, and I managed to get into like the press room of Goodwood, and it was unbelievable. I saw like the who's who literally of racing pundits in there. I saw the guys from Racing UK, I saw the guys from ITV, I saw the guys from the Racing Post, I saw the guys from BBC Radio 5 Live, I saw everybody. I saw Hayley Turner, I saw Mick Fitzgerald, Matt Chapman, so it was all who's who in there. We also saw John McCririck as well, so it was kind of like my lucky day, really. I can't believe I ended up getting there, being in the winners' enclosure as well, amongst all the press. It was a great fun, and I'm just glad that a part of my dream was delivered today. So I just can't believe it. I'm absolutely over the moon. But anyway, I'm just going to go away from how today went. We're going to be focusing back for tomorrow's horse racing on day 4 of Glorious Goodwood. I'm just going to apologise now. There won't be any vlogs over the next couple of days because I'm going on my cousin's stag do tomorrow, so I'll be out in Cardiff partying hard, so I won't have time unfortunately to make a vlog, but I will be keeping a keen eye on the horse racing. But anyway, we're going to go to the 150 at Goodwood tomorrow for our first selection, and the horse that we've gone for here is a horse called Second Step. Going to be ridden by Jamie Spencer tomorrow, who won the first race for us today on Good Omen, trained by Roger Charlton. Quite an interesting runner. It meets Lord Yeats that it met last time out at Newmarket, where it finished half length down in second place. But this horse, Second Step, has been fairly consistent this season. He had previously won before that over the course and distance before Newmarket, so that will bode it well tomorrow. Also, as well, with the ground being soft and it was described as heavy in places, that's no problem for this horse. It can run on a variety of different types of grounds, and I thought at price tomorrow, 5-1 with bookmakers, I thought I had a good chance of making the frame tomorrow in the race. So that's going to be our first selection in the 150 at Goodwood. We then go to the 225 at Goodwood, and the horse that we've gone for here is a horse called Make Time, 3-1 bookmakers at the moment, trained by a trainer called David Mazurier. I've never heard of this trainer before, but I'm not sure if he's French, but Andrea Zani takes a ride, who rode a 4-timer on the first day of Glorious Goodwood. He had 4 winners in the day there. That was very impressive display of jockeyship. He takes a ride here tomorrow, and this horse won last time out in a nice race at Newbury. It's very unexposed still. It's still lightly raced, only 2 wins from 4 races, so it's got a good strike rate of 50%, and it also has won on soft ground before, and it can definitely go well tomorrow. So I thought it was one of the more likely contenders to be in the race tomorrow, and Make Time is going to be our second selection tomorrow in the 225. We then go to the 3 o'clock on the card, and the horse that we go for here is one of our long shots for tomorrow. It's GK Chesterton, which is currently around 9-1 bookmakers at the moment. Previous soft ground winner. It can be forgiven for a Royal Ascot. Probably the ground was too firm for it that day, but had been in a rich vein of form. It's already won on soft ground at Newmarket this season, and I thought with the conditions playing to its strengths tomorrow, it's trained by Charlie Appleby, and James Doyle takes the ride for Godolphin. It's going to be one of the more stronger candidates in the race, and I thought at a price it could definitely bounce back and run a good prominent race tomorrow. So that's going to be our selection in the 3 o'clock there, GK Chesterton. We then go to the 3:35, and the horse that we go for here is hopefully a horse which will be appropriately named for us tomorrow. It's called Profitable. Again, it's a Godolphin runner, but this time it's trained by Clive Cox, but one of their Godolphin jockeys, James Doyle, again takes the ride. Currently 5-2 with bookmakers at the moment. It was second behind Lady Aurelia at Royal Ascot last time in a very good performance, bouncing back. I thought this horse again could run a very good race tomorrow. It's won on soft ground before, and it's got to be one of the more likely candidates again to win this race. So I thought that was not a bad selection there in the 3:35 at Goodwood. We then go on to our 5th selection at Goodwood tomorrow on the card in the 4:10, and the horse that we've gone for here is a horse called Gift and Time, trained by James Given. Luke Morris takes a ride. I believe he might have been an ex-champion jockey, Luke Morris, but I know he's definitely been a good all-weather rider. This horse last time out won well at Chester in a very impressive eye-catching performance, running on late. This horse has previously ran on soft ground before. It came second at Haydock, and a lot of these horses tomorrow in this race are 2-year-olds, so obviously they haven't encountered ground this soft and heavy before, so it'd be interesting to see if they can step up to the plate, but having that experience could come in handy for this horse tomorrow, and I thought a 5-1 with bookmakers, that might not be a bad price to take for that one, and could be again another prominent candidate in the race tomorrow. So that's going to be our selection in the 4:10 at Goodwood. We then go over to the 4:40 at Goodwood, and we go for a horse called Sainted, which is currently 11-2 bookmakers at the moment, trained by William Haggis, local trainer to Goodwood. Jim Crowley takes the ride, current champion jockey. It's, like I say, 11-2 bookmakers. He has won on a variety of ground, including heavy ground. Last time out, he won on his seasonal reappearance from a layoff from over a year, and that win was at Yarmouth. And this horse is still very lightly raced, still unexposed, off a mark of 91. I don't think it's reached its full potential yet, and I thought it could take another good improvement tomorrow and win this race. So that's going to be our selection there. Sainted in the 4:40 at Goodwood. We then go over to what is actually my nap for tomorrow. It's a horse called Too Nagasaki, trained by Jeremy Noceda. Frankie Dettori takes the ride. I thought this horse is quite an interesting runner. 7-1 bookmakers, second at Sandown last time, but it has won on heavy ground before, and that could definitely play to this horse's advantage tomorrow, because it hasn't really had a Profitable ground recently, and I thought a 7-1 tomorrow, that was quite a big price for this horse, and I think that could be one of the market movers throughout the day. So that's going to be our last selection there tomorrow in the 5:20 at Goodwood, and also our nap tomorrow. But like I've said in previous vlogs for our Goodwood specials, we've been doing 2 each way Lucky 15. So the first 4 races makes up our first Lucky 15, and then the last 3 races at Goodwood, and one that we're sticking in from the Galway festival, which will be the 6:15, will be the final selection on our second each way Lucky 15, if you can bear with me and follow me. And the horse that we've gone for here is a horse called Riveria Sun, which is trained by Henry de Bromhead. Barry Garrity takes the ride, who's returned from injury this week after his nasty injury which kept him out of the Cheltenham Festival and the rest of the jump season when he fell at Kempton. This horse though arrives here in a bit of mixed form. It unseated its rider last time, but it had 1-2 starts ago in not a bad company of horses there. So I thought tomorrow at 11-1, he's trained and owned by JP McManus, and I thought that was a really good price for this horse to definitely make the frame tomorrow. So that's going to be our last selection there in the Galway Festival in the 6:15. But if you've had a good day at Glorious Goodwood today of day 3, let us know in the comments box below. Also as well, if you did listen to me, let me know in the comments box below. You can also follow us on Twitter at LuckyLoaders15. And also on Facebook as well. You can like our page at LuckyLoaders15. Gamble responsibly, always gamble within your means. Thank you to everyone who supported me so far. Today was one of my dream days so far in my love of the sport of horse racing, and hopefully I can get a few more opportunities of getting there to the big time where I want to be a professional horse racing journalist. So thank you for all your support so far. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and we'll be seeing you soon.